This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Now, as you may know, I have a friend called David who's a bit of a guitar collector, and he's loaned me quite a few of his guitars recently to do some videos with. Most recently, it was a pair of archtop jazz guitars, a Gibson ES125 and a Godin Kingpin 5th Avenue. Beautiful pair of guitars. I was sad to see them go, but they did have to go back home. And when David came to pick them up, he dropped this off and said, "You want to do a video with this?" This is a Fender Player Series HH Telecaster, and I'll tell you all about it once we've heard how it sounds in a mix. And as always, there is a full tab for that piece of music in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing it and a jam track for you to have a go with yourself. All of that is, as you can see, up on my Patreon page. The address is on screen and the link is in the description. $3 or £2.50 a month gets you access to all of these extra bits and pieces that go along with these YouTube videos. A massive heartfelt thank you to everyone who supports me in that or any of the other ways, all of which are linked down below. Usually when I put a piece of music together like that, at some point I'll show a screenshot of whatever positive grid bias amp or guitar rig setting I was running through, but not today, because I wasn't using any of that sort of stuff. I was plugged into my new amp, the Marshall DSL-1CR, a little baby 1-watt Marshall valve combo, and for the crunchy power chords and that sort of riffy bit on there, you know, the kind of that kind of thing. That's the setting I was using. I was on the the classic gain channel with the volume absolutely maxed out, and it gives a lovely kind of plexi-like crunchy sound. And as I shall now demonstrate, it also gives a rather good clean sound. All you got to do is just wind back the guitar's volume control. there you go. So that's how I was going from the sort of moderately crunchy, dirty sound to the clean tones. For the high again stuff, I was on the ultra gain channel. Again, there are the settings. So very, very versatile, responsive amp, and I'm having a lot of fun with it, it has to be said. So there you go. Now let's talk weights and measures about this guitar. Usually I do this kind of thing these days. There is the neck profile at the 1st and 12th fret. It's got a weight of 3.66 kilos and a nut width of 41.7 millimeters. I'll put a link to the full spec down in the description in case you're interested in going into some of the finer detail, but it's not going to tell you anything that you don't probably already know or can guess at. I think we've probably got an older body, maple neck, Pow Ferro fretboard, pair of humbuckers, and you've got this little push-pull on the, there you can't see it, on the tone control to split the humbuckers into single coils. While we're on the subject of pickups, let's cut to a little bit of B-roll so we can look at the pickup readings, just DC resistance. Bridge humbucker is 7.82k. We've got a neck humbucker of 7.31, and in the middle it is 3.81. Splitting the pickups on the bridge, we've got 3.94, neck is 3.67, and in the middle position it's 1.91k. So those are the readings that you get. A nice kind of vintage, kind of almost PAF-like humbucker tone from this. I don't know what kind of magnets these are in these pickups. I think there's a little bell ringing in the back of my head that I think these are Alnico 2 humbuckers, but don't quote me on that. I'm prepared to be argued with on that. This is a rather nice guitar, and it was sort of the inspiration for me for a guitar that I ended up getting. When I first became aware of these HH Play Series Telecasters, I mentioned it, that I really fancy one of those HH Telecasters on one of my Friday live streams, and a chap called Dan got in touch with me and said, well, actually, I'm building a twin humbucker Telecaster. Would you like to review it? And of course, that ended up becoming this guitar, my signature model. I really love this guitar, and it's nice to meet the guitar that kicked off that whole kind of ball rolling to get the signature guitar. I really, really like this guitar. So much so that I made David an offer for it. Sadly, he wasn't biting. He's owned several twin humbucker Telecaster style guitars from various price points in Fender's pricing structure, from like kind of top end to bottom end, and this is the only one that he's ever really said that he's bonded with. So sadly, it is going to have to be going back home, but I am seriously thinking, about getting one of these, because if you concentrate hard enough, you can make a case for it. My signature guitar is my main guitar, and it would be nice to have a backup for that. That's the way I'll probably get it past the wife, at least. Anyway, but it really does. It does everything that you need a Telecaster to do this. For instance, even though it's got a pair of humbuckers and it doesn't have a regular Telecaster style bridge or anything like that, if you pull that tone control out and just dial in a little bit of crunch like that, I'll mute the vocal mic in a second. You'll hear that there is no mistaking the heritage of this guitar. It is a Telecaster through and through. Let's have a listen. You're never going to mistake that for any other style of guitar. It doesn't have a Telecaster bridge pickup. It doesn't even have a Telecaster bridge, but it sounds like a Telecaster. I was plugged into the Marshall again there on that. Let's have a look at it on that setting there. And again, just kind of rolling back the guitar's volume control to clean it up a little bit, not too much. Yeah. Very much my style of guitar, this. I am thinking about possibly keep putting the feelers out and trying to get one of these. We shall see. The interesting thing is that I reviewed the Player Series Strat about a year ago, I think it was, and I literally could not find any fault with it, but it didn't win my heart. This one kind of has, and I will be sorry to see it go, but go it must, because, as I say, David wasn't interested in parting with it. So a massive thank you to David for lending me this guitar, even if he's not prepared to let me take it off his hands, but I've enjoyed my time with it massively. I've got one more video to do with this. It just seems too good an opportunity to miss, to do a side-by-side comparison between this guitar and this one, to see how they compare. So that's going to be probably the next video I'll be doing with this guitar, and see how they shape up against each other. And that is the video for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen and found it reasonably entertaining. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not drop me a like while you're at it. Don't forget, as always, the live stream every Friday 5 PM UK time, where we drink beer and talk about music and guitars. What is not to like about that? It's a fantastic way to kick off the weekend. I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.